maybe to a slow start, but you guys overcame that pretty quickly. Are there certain things that you just go to on the defensive end? Are there not necessarily a play, or what's a way that you guys do that?
Energy and effort. Slow start. I mean, no excuses team. Haven't played in 7 days. They had one game in 7 days, and we knew they were going to come out with a lot of energy, a lot of effort. Thank you. And we were slow defensively. We were slow offensively. I think in the first quarter they were shooting 60% from the field, 62 from the field, 60 from three, and we were shooting in the 20s. So. It started with DS's ball pressure. He got 2 back-to-back steals and kind of got us going. We fed off his energy. But that's usually what it is. It takes one play to kind of get us going, and we get going. And when you're on the road 7 days and come home for a couple of days and on the road again for 5 days, it can kind of wear on you a little bit and get you off to that slow start. But like I said, we overcame it tonight.
I know it's different teams, different players, but what do you think the difference is in getting shots, like such good shots from three? It just seems like they've been better this season. We got a lot of guys who can get in the paint. We got guys who can get in the paint, and we're making the right decisions. We got a lot of good looks last year, but I think this year, Coach put an emphasis on getting to the paint. With our guards, Talon, AC, Bron, DS, all these guys are getting to the paint, and we're finding our shooters and making the right plays. And it's just the basketball style that we want to play. It's good basketball, and tonight that's how we're able to kind of open the lead up a little bit.
Okay, Kyle Boone, please.
Hey, D. You had a rough shooting start and then seemed to warm up, especially at the free throw line. When you're hitting shots at the free throw line, does that have an effect on how you hit shots from the field?
Yeah. I think everybody who's a scorer, or a shooter wants to be able to get to the free throw line if they're off and see the ball go through the rim. For me, I'm going to continue to shoot the ball. I liked all the looks that I shot today. And you can't control whether it goes in or not. I just continue to play defense and just try to do other things on the floor. And having that energy and doing, the intangibles, it kind of got me going on the offensive end where I started hitting shots and making the free throws. So I just try to play through it and continue to take shots, knowing that I always try to carry the threat of being aggressive anytime I catch the ball.
Okay, David Meneman, please.
Hey, I'm only asking you this because Frank came out and said earlier in the week that LeBron is the best shooter on the team. You have KCP move up the Lakers all-time three-pointers made list.
Yeah. You're
shooting way better from three. LeBron's shooting second best three of his career. Do you rank the shooters on this team?
He's up there. I mean, Bron has been shooting the ball extremely well this year. Obviously Kenny been shooting the ball. Congrats to him for moving up to 9th on the Lakers list. But I will have to say, Kenny is always, our guy who we look to for shots. Wes is, still struggling to find a consistent three. He's getting open looks, but I still put Wes up there. He's a sniper. Kenny, West. I'll put Bron third, just because this year he's been able to shoot the ball extremely well. Mark can shoot it. Mark is up there. And then I'll put myself. You got Duds, AC. Honestly, all our guys are able to make shots, and we have been making shots this year. So it's tough. I have to look at the percentages and see, but Bron's always going to be up there just because he shoots a ton of them, especially when he gets hot. He starts shooting from half court and things like that. So I don't think Coach will maybe allow Kenny to do that.
Okay, Dan Wakey, please.
Hey, you guys have put teams away here over the past week, extended lead late and stuff like that. How has this team been able to do that, and how good is it to finish games on the bench repeatedly?
Yeah, we've been doing it defensively. We've been locking in defensively. you know, we had a slow start tonight, but we've been doing it on the defensive end. You know, I think we were first in defensive rating, and we want to keep that edge. You know, we want to keep that mindset on the defensive end of being scrappy, being physical, one shot, you know, offense for the other team, and it will carry us into the offensive end. But you know, it just starts with, you know, our guards picking up full court. Dennis does it all the time, picking up 94 feet, AC when he gets in, and then, you know, the big guys protecting the rim. But, you know, our mindset defensively just switched, and we're able to do that, which allows us to, like you say, put teams away and able to sit in the fourth quarter where we can save our legs and let our guys who usually don't play, you know, get in. And now we're able to save our bodies and our legs for later on in the season when we really need them.
Okay, last 2 questions. We're going to go with Jim from the Journal-Sentinel.
Hey, Anthony, I'm with the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel. Getting to know Drew a little bit here, and him and Lauren reached out to get into the community within days of him being traded. I guess, can you speak a little bit to the type of man that the Bucks, not just the Bucks, but the city of Milwaukee are getting, not just with Drew, but even Lauren too?
Yeah, great family. Really close friends of mine. Drew and Lo are, you know, 2 amazing people who love being in the community. Everyone knows the story that you know their family went through with Lo, and you know, that's a family who, you know, everybody seems to, you know, get drawn to because of their love and support that they have for you know, any community that they're in. And you know, I think the city of, you know, Milwaukee and the state of Wisconsin is getting, you know, 2 people who are genuine people who really love being in the community and want to help you know, everyone around them, no matter what it is. And so, you know, like I say, really good friends of mine, and you know, you guys are getting really good, genuine people.
Okay, last question, Claudia Jestro, please.
Anthony, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes. Anthony, when they had Zion, Ingram, and Adams on the floor, how tough was that front line to defend and score on?
We just made the game simple offensively. Putting them in pick and rolls and knowing that they're a low man team, which means that they're going to pull in and try to stop, you know, anybody who comes to the lane from the opposite side, and we're just making reads. And so we just try to play simple basketball tonight. And you know, Zion and Steven Adams are, you know, they're low down there. They're 2, you know, very huge physical guys, and you know, it took a team effort tonight, trying to keep Zion out of the paint, make him take tough shots, and keeping him and Steven Adams off the glass. So it was tough for all of us, and you know, it was a team effort against both of those guys, and we were able to be successful tonight.
Great, thanks so much, AD.
Yep.
When you guys see the flames going, what does that mean? You know what time it is. What does it mean, Allie?
Rob's time?
Rob's time.
Rob's on fire.
Rob's
hate
on
saying
fire.
that.
The game high 13 forwards. KCP had 4 threes. AC Fesh had 3 threes. Anthony Davis had 17. LeBron 21. Guess what? 21 points, 11 assists for LeBron. He's now speaker Mike in the media.
Hey, LeBron, what did you notice in that second quarter when things seemed to flip for you guys and click in, and we saw the team that more resembled what on the road trip?
I just settled in. You know, that first game after a road trip was always kind of difficult, always kind of challenging. So, you know, we was able to just flip the switch, start getting defensive stops, get on, rebound, run, got to our game, and was able to turn the game around. So we got back to playing our style basketball.
All right,
You know,
Kyle
you pride
Goon.
yourself in being able to. Go ahead. Hey, finish off. Follow up. Okay, yeah, we know you pride yourself on being able to play as many minutes as needed, you know, for 65. Does it help, though, to have, you know, not to have to play over 30 because you're up by 20? Is that stuff that you can sort of build up and save for later in the season, or is it irrelevant?
No, man, I'm 36 years old, 18 years in the league. Ain't no save something for later on in the season. You know, my body is ready to play whatever I need to play throughout the course of the game. I go hard while I'm out there, and then I show my treatment after the game. So I wish I could bank time. You know, I wish I was Justin Timberlake in that movie where I can make some time, but I cannot do that at this point.
Okay, on to Kyle Goon, please.
LeBron, at halftime, I think the Pelicans were shooting 61% and you guys were shooting 40%. We're down by a point. You guys were winning turnovers, free throws. What do you think you demonstrate when you are able to hang in games and eventually win games by competing in ways that aren't just shooting?
Well, like I tell you all the time, every game has its own challenges, and every game is different, so you got to be able to adjust. They came out and they shot the ball extremely well to start the game. B.I. was 8 for 9 halftime, and Zion was getting into the paint. They did a great job of playing some really good basketball in that first half. So we just came in the second half with a little bit more, tried to slow them down a little bit more, give them some different reads. But we stayed in the game in that first half, like you said, we were able to get to the free throw line. We were able to turn them over and get some fast break points, so that definitely helped.
Okay, Dan Wojcicki, please.
Hey, LeBron, what's your favorite part about where this team is at 14 games? What do you like most, what you're seeing?
We continue to get better. I feel like we've gotten better every game. We continue to learn each other, and I told you guys that our film sessions, and our games are going to be like, practices as well, because we're close, a new group, for the most part. We got five guys that's been in the rotation this year that, was not in the rotation last year, and Dennis Dominguez, West, Mark Tredd, and Taylor. So we continue to, the more minutes we get, the more games we get, the more opportunities we get on the floor, and then the film session just helps our growth.
Okay, Bill Oram.
Hey, LeBron, could you talk us through the putback dunk after the Kuz miss? And then as a secondary question, you are 36. At some point, you're supposed to stop doing things like that. Is there anything physically that you feel like you can't do that you could have done 10 years ago?
Yeah, but I wouldn't tell you that. But I continue to put myself in the best condition I can be in. I train my body and I train my mind every single day. I come into the arenas or the facility, and I get in a lot of extra work. Preparing my body, preparing my mind, and hopefully I can continue to do what I'm doing right now at 36, and see what happens. But I tell you, I don't think that I can go to 46. We can go from 26 to 36, but I don't think I can go 46. And I don't think my wife would like that pretty much. She wouldn't like that either.
Okay, Dave McMenamin.
Another?
LeBron, this is I think the second highest 3-point percentage of your career thus far. I mean, we're only 14 games in or whatever. You made a couple tonight. You go perfect from the free throw line. Earlier in the week, Frank Vogel said you're the best shooter on the team. There is a guy on the team tonight who moved up the top 10 list of all-time three-pointers for the Lakers in KCP. Are you the best shooter on the team? Have you ever been the best shooter on a team before? And where does KCP rank in that conversation?
We got a lot of great shooters on the team, man. KCP, great shooter. Wes Matthews, great shooter. Kuz can shoot the heck out of the ball. Dennis Dominguez shoot the ball as well. AD can shoot the ball. So we got a lot of great knockdown shooters. Now, obviously, if someone say bet, I'm gonna take obviously you guys know I'm take myself. That's just the competitive nature in me and the work ethic that I put into my shot. But I feel real good with my shot right now, both from the free throw line and also from the 3-point line. And I want to continue that. Continue to give defenses different styles of my play. Playing pick and roll basketball. Playing in the mid range, playing in the post, getting out on the break where I've always been pretty good. So continue to keep the defense off balance will help our team in the long run.
Okay, last two quick questions. We have Brad Turner.
What's up, Brian?
What's up, B?
Hey, look, when Dennis is playing defense like he did in the second quarter, what does that do for the team? And how disruptive was he out there?
I mean, you saw the energy, man. And, right now without fans, Staples Center, which we miss so much, man, just having a defender like Dennis Dominguez did, being able to pick up full court and hit like 2 or 3 consecutive steals or deflections to get us out on the break, get us into, it got right back into the game. So, big time on his part, man. He's been doing it all year for us. And, it takes the offense, opposing offense out of a lot of stuff that they want to do, either coming out of timeout, having a set play. We're able to disrupt that and disrupt that with just being on the ball. And, this leads to a lot of energy for our ball club.
Okay, and last question, Melissa Rowland.
Hey, LeBron, I have an off the court question for you tonight. You've obviously been very outspoken for a long time about politics and social justice. I'm curious if there's a particular moment where you said, enough's enough. I don't care who I alienate, after something specifically happened where you're like, that's it, I'm speaking out.
I believe when I was in Miami, it was the Trayvon Martin situation. Just hearing about that story, having two sons of my own, and thinking if I send my kids out to the store and they never return, and then the information that I got back was the information that I heard in the Trayvon Martin case, how heartbroken, how mad, how disappointed I would have been, not only with my community at that point in time, but with police, the policing, either if they had a badge or not, the neighborhood watch or whatever the case may be during that point in time. That was the moment where I knew that it was much bigger than just basketball. And myself having the platform that I had, and us as the Miami Heat had at that point in time, we spoke on about that. You can go back, look at a picture of us having we took a picture with all our hoodies on, and just showcasing that just because we got a hoodie on, that doesn't mean that we are a criminal, that we are someone that means harm to anyone, and it's just a piece of clothing. I believe that very moment, that's when it began for me, because it hit home for me when I thought about Bron and Bryce.
Thank you.
All right, thank you guys.
Thanks so much, Mom.
Here it is, right behind me. Most fouls in playoff history. Will Smith, Robert Horry, man, looks smooth. Kareem 1,
Shaq and Tim mixed up. My
Shaq
bad.
2, Robert Horry 3, Tim Duncan 4, Scottie Pippen 5, James Worthy.
So you got to play defense
96.
without fouling, Rob. You'd be down in the 90s.
717 fouls.
First of all, you need to put beside those fouls how many games I played. I passed Kareem for the most games played, and then 3 other guys passed me. So, hey, you got to make them count, though, man. That's what you got to
make
do.
them count. Speaking of making fouls count, we also have another video, making it count. This helped you get a ring. That's our friend Steve Nash. Your good friend, my friend.
Steve Nash was my rookie, and everybody was like, why you met Steve? I said, because Steve made me get in the car one time with him and drive to San Francisco and go to his college with him one time. So that's what making me get in that ride.
And who comes after there? Amari, the whole gang, they all?
Hey.
Well, anger management problems.